Human resources has never been a job for wimps. Not my words, it's from an article called Avoiding HR Burnout. The article quotes an HR professional who says the main sources of stress are burnout and not having enough hours in the day to get work done. You might say, well, Bill, no kidding. But this is an article from 2003, and things have gotten worse. A pandemic, inflation, social injustice, and now layoffs have placed an even bigger burden on HR professionals. A Forbes study says 98% of HR workers are burned out. The study was done before this year's layoffs. Forbes says HR professionals have had to serve as de facto therapists, cheerleaders, and people pleasers while recruiting, hiring, and retaining employees and making hard decisions about remote work policies. Common complaints from HR professionals include a sense of shock due to company layoffs and guilt because they have a job but others are now unemployed. A loss of purpose and a sense of betrayal and anger because they may believe their values are no longer reflected by the company's mission. A loss of compassion when a worker sees HR to ask for more when the company is trying to do more with less. Some HR professionals carry this burden while worrying about their own jobs. But there are some ways to face obstacles. Extinguish the guilt by remembering you are not responsible for the layoffs. Stay in your lane. Remember that you cannot wear every hat and cannot do everything as soon as possible. A key element is learning how to say no and saying you will prioritize the task later in the week. Push to get department managers training in understanding mental health problems so that they can act and not drop off the problem at your front door. From an organizational standpoint, companies should cross-train HR workers so they can help if another employee is out. Also, flexible schedules are not just for the others. Flexibility is for the HR worker too. Finally, HR needs to have a seat at the table with the C-suite. If HR is undervalued, leaders might see an empty seat left vacated by the HR professional who has moved on. I'm Bill Prasad, your corporate wellness trainer.